shall we start with Ben?
No,
पूछेगा उसके बारे में बता.
Okay, like you just say, and whenever you need, we can just. Perfect.
I think it's good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's okay. It's gonna be messy anyway, so forget about it.
Alright.
We don't have hair like you.
Like me. Okay, right. Okay.
I use blow hair dryer and all that. I was really curious how the ISA TUHH elections function in Germany, so I just went and I met Harsh and Sanjay, and they had looked at my YouTube videos, and it was really nice to meet them. They're both from Mechatronics, so the people who want to join Mechatronics must be really interested in them or what they want to share. So hi Harsh, hi Sanjay.
Hi Bharat.
So I want to know, Harsh, how was your arrival here? Like, what did you feel was very different from what you experienced in Germany, or how did the ISA TUHH came to pick you up, and how the whole procedure was?
Well, ISA TUHH was like they were right when we landed. They were right there at the airport, and they helped us to get our luggage into the train and then into the bus and to our dormitory. So it was really helpful. But if they were not there, then I would say that it's really difficult to see at the ticket machines, and they're like automatic. But we don't have a habit of that in India.
Yeah, I understand.
And so we might find it difficult also to look at the map, which in fact for a Hamburg it's quite big compared. So it was good that ISA people came and they helped us. Otherwise I would say that it would be difficult, that we need to first look out, like when we are in India we can just search it in Google, because when we arrive we don't have internet connection.
Right. Yeah.
So we must make sure that we either download the offline maps, something that might be helpful without the internet.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I came here, the only thing I had was I learned, not here but in Friedrichshafen in 2014, and it was actually the first time I had been in Germany for a long time. So I had these, I used to go through Duolingo, and I just used and learned these expressions, wie viel Uhr ist das, oder können Sie mir den Weg zu bla 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 zeigen, and all that. So I guess, I understand, because most of the information when you arrive at the airport, it's all in German, so it must be pretty messy. And plus I hate the metro map of Hamburg. It's really like so much things are happening. Huh?
It's messy everywhere. So
yeah. So, but I guess then you had to pay for the first ticket when you were coming here and all that, or did you have the semester ticket already?
No, actually, basically the Indian Student Associations. So, okay, we came together. So let me tell you the process in detail what happened. So initially we had a WhatsApp group of all the people who were admitted to TUHH, and it so happened that there were few people from the ISA also in that group. So they basically gave us a Excel sheet, basically a Google Docs, in which we had to fill all our details, which like our name, when we are coming, and basically what they wanted to know is like what time will we be arriving in Hamburg and where.
Okay.
So in our case it was I think the 26th of September. We just came here, and it was at the Hamburg airport. Okay. So there were probably some 4-5 seniors who came us, and they picked us up. So they had bought us a group ticket, Gruppenkarte for us for the S-Bahn. So they had that ticket for us already taken, which was funded by them also. So they picked all of us, and from there we are staying in the student Wohnheims in Harburg. So they picked us up from there and left us at the doorstep. So that was basically it, and they helped us a lot in moving the luggages and whatnot. Basically transportation from point A to point B. So from the airport to the student residences. So that was taken care of by them, and I think they gave us a couple of sandwiches as well. So
that's really good. That's awesome.
And from there, actually, the student, the hostel tutor, he took over. Basically, a hostel tutor was also assigned, and he wanted to know what time we will be reaching at the hostel. So from there, he took us in, and he basically gave us the keys and the contract formalities of the hostel. We had to sign some things, and they gave another small foodie bag maybe. So yeah, that was basically the first day from home to home here.
So I would just say like it would be better if you take a flight that reaches over here in the morning or in the afternoon, because when it gets night and you are in a completely new country, then you might find it difficult to get back to like the place where you're staying.
Yeah, that's a really nice tip, guys. Take care of it. Okay, that's really good to hear. And then afterwards, like you came here and you had your contract signed with the student hostel, and then when did you go and registered yourself at the Rathaus or something?
Yeah, there were actually slots for us from the hostel or the TUHH. So basically what we had to do is we had to go early mornings to the Rathaus. I think the normal timings open at 10, so we had to go there at around 8:39 and just tell that okay, we are students from the TUHH and we want to register ourselves. So they gave us tokens right then and there itself, and that was done pretty smoothly, I would say.
But like the people in the Rathaus, they do speak English, but to get to Rathaus, you need to use the perfect word so that the local people can guide you where to go. Because even they don't know, like when we say that house registration, they would be like, what are you saying? So maybe we had Sanjay who was like, was able to explain at least.
Still a guy told somewhere else to go, and
so at the end we need
another person told that okay, it's right here.
Okay.
So I would just say that at least learn that word.
Rathaus.
In German.
Or Anmeldung.
Anmeldung,
Ausländer or something like
that. So that 2 or 3 words can be really helpful. And we should definitely go and say that you are a college student at that respective university. Because if we don't say that, then we are a local person without an appointment. That means we are waiting for a long time.
I think until maybe the first 2 weeks of October, was it? We had the TU had special slots for the students. So it may be different for different universities.
But in general, it's better to mention that you are a student. It will make your things easy.
And which documents did you guys have to take?
It was just the contract.
And contract, the passport preferably. And
photos,
again, maybe the TUHS, like you are registered.
The Immatrikulationsbescheinigung.
I'm not sure, but they were like just a couple, like 3 or 4 documents.
I remember the same. Like it wasn't many. No, it was just.
I don't think we had the immatriculation because we did it.
You get the immatriculation after the registration.
It's totally different. It's not related to each other.
Okay.
One more advice would be like they should have that biometric photos. Get as much copies as they can from India, because over here
it's quite expensive.
Photos, I guess it's for €6.
€6, even maybe €4 for €6.
So I had to do that, and I know it's quite expensive.
I was going to apply for the driving license, and I saw like 4 photographs, €6, and I was like, no, I should have bought it from India. Alright, that's really good to hear about the arrival. And
then I think I had to get the Deutsche Bank account unblocked.
That's really important.
Basically I think that the city registration and the Deutsche Bank unblocking process are totally independent. I don't remember what we needed to give there, but I just went there and I told that I am so and so. I've come here and I want to unblock my account. So a lady basically took me into a conference room, and she had a form. Basically all she took from me was my passport, and she started filling out all the details and just asked me to sign somewhere. And in fact she asked me if I wanted any cash at that point of time. So I had enough cash with me, so I told no. But I know people who took out cash at that point of time, because it takes maybe a week or 2 for all the ATM cards and the pins and all those to arrive by post. So she asked right then and there itself, like, if you wanted any cash. So that is an option as well. So I would say, it's not really necessary for people from India to get a lot of cash with them.
And how was the process in India, like opening the blocked account or?
For that, basically we had to download the Deutsche Bank application form. I'm not sure about the link, but I'm sure we can just find it out and put it in the video. So we just filled that and we took that with us to the embassy in Bangalore. So I was from Bangalore, so we just took it to the embassy there, and there was another person there. Like, they just need a stamp of the embassy, and they'll validate some of the details like the passport maybe. So we just went there and got it done. She stamped it, and I think now they require a university admit letter as well along with this, but I'm not sure about that. Totally sure about that. So we got that done, and we sent the it was actually, we were a group of some 7 or 8. So what we did is we pulled up and sent all the documents here to Hamburg. Yeah, it was in Hamburg, I believe. So we sent the applications by post, and that was when the account was created. So it took maybe a total of 2 weeks or so. I mean, considering the time it was delivered here, it might have taken 2 weeks, close to 2 weeks. So that got opened, and then we just transferred the money when it was available. For me, in my case, I had taken an education loan. So once the loan got approved, and the bank from which I had taken the loan, they actually transferred it to the bank, the account here. And yeah, that was pretty much it.
Okay, and was it very different for Kotak?
Yeah, well, for Kotak, it's like for the people who decide at the end time that they need to go to Germany. So in Kotak, it just takes around a week for you to open the blocked account. And there's a very simple procedure. Once you go and tell one of the managers, the thing is, like, most of the branches don't know what a block account is. So you need to be very specific, and they might guide you to the right manager. Once on there's a simple steps, like you give your Aadhaar card, and there's one form that you need to fill up, and that the whole thing gets processed through maybe the like Ahmedabad or like the regional office or the Delhi office, and then within 3 or 4 days you get the reply. After that you transfer the money. So first you open a savings account, then you transfer the money, and then they will give you a letter saying that the German consulate and the Kotak Mahindra Bank, something like that, they have blocked the amount of money, and which will be transferred to your respective bank account. Once you come over here, the thing is, like, we Indians, or like every student feels that we need to open a block account. But in Germany, there's nothing such as block account. Unless you are from Deutsche Bank, only the Deutsche Bank people might know that there's something called block account. But I have an account with Hamburger Sparkasse. They don't know what a block account is. The only account is like a zero account, the savings account. So I went to HASPA, I told them my situation. So they said that the savings account is enough. I opened the account, and the thing is, you don't need to give any money to them while opening the account, or you don't need to even deposit some amount. Once you are done, you just need to send an email to your manager in India and ask him to transfer the fund by giving the IBAN number or the BIC code of your bank over here. And once done, the money gets transferred in like 48 hours or something. And meanwhile, you might get a call from Kotak Bank confirming your details, but then it really depends on the branch which it is, and I would just say that you better make sure that it's the person calling is the right someone from Kotak Bank. Because sometimes they have some weird times of call, and we feel that it might not be the right person, that's why. And the money gets transferred here, and then you can thing is, like, we feel that we need to open a block account because while extending a visa we might need that. But I have my visa extension done, and the only thing I had to show was that I have an account with Hamburger Sparkasse and sufficient amount of fund. So Kotak is also a good option, but then it's totally up to the person. What to do.
One thing to add to that, I think Deutsche Bank charges. At my time, it was 50 euros for opening an account, a blocked account. I think, like, at the end of our arrival, they revised it to 150. So they do charge a fee of 150, so make sure you have at least 150 more than your blocked account amount.
But thing is, Hamburger Sparkasse also charges the amount, but it's like they charge it as around 3 euros per month.
It's per month.
But on the other hand, they have many offers for the student, like insurance for their like mobile, laptops and everything. So it's like either you pay in total or you pay in like installments per month.
Or I have the account with Foxbank, and you don't have to pay anything at all.
I think they still do have like the key insurance or something like that as well, right?
Okay.
So basically, what you can have is like you can insure your key against your bank account. So in case you misplace your key, my housemaster says that you need to pay about like 50 euros or something because you lost a key. In case you have an insurance
it's like we have a keychain. And it has the bank details in it. So even if it gets lost, the only thing the person needs to do is drop it in a post box, and it gets like reached to the bank head office, and then it gets like we can have our key back.
Okay, wow, that's really
otherwise
cool.
I think do have that. If it is totally lost, so
so
I
we
think
have that insurance thing also, but I have taken for now like the handy insurance and the laptop.
Okay, that's really
and one more thing is like we need to get an appointment because when I went to Commonwealth Bank. Commonwealth, maybe. Commerce Bank, sorry, Commerce Bank. So they told me that they have an appointment like after 2 weeks.
Oh.
So Aspa was like, I was very thankful for them for giving me an appointment maybe like on the 3rd day itself. And
I find Haspa is very professional in things like that, and they also have more resources than other banks.
Exactly.
Plus they can, I have no complaints with Foxbank, but I really think like, maybe because you have to pay for Haspa, so maybe it's better, but I don't know.
But I guess it's still a better thing for him because I see a lot of Sparkasse ATMs
so
everywhere.
One thing is like when we go outside Hamburg, we might need to have cash with us. But other than that, when you are in Hamburg, it's like you just need to drop down to any station and you might be having a Haspa ATM or bank itself.
The Deutsche Bank ATMs are very, very less in number, I would say that.
Yeah, and it's the same story with Foxbank. But anyways, let's move towards studies. Which field are you from? In which field did you do your bachelor's?
I did my bachelor's in Mechatronics, and currently I'm enrolled in Mechatronics.
And you did in mechanical?
I did in mechanical engineering.
Okay, so what are you guys' experience here? Like, how different is the studies? How difficult is the studies? And how was it in India? Because in India we have this system now, like for example, per semester you have to give this many exams. Here you don't have any system like that. You can just choose for yourself how many exams you have to give and all that. So what would you say, how difficult is it, how different it is, and so on?
Like at first we might be hesitant, like if somebody comes up and says that rather than taking 5 compulsory subjects, why don't you take 3 subjects? So if somebody says me that, then I would be like, come on, like we need to complete the 5 subjects. That's what we did in India too. But in Germany it's not like that. It's like if you take 3 subjects, you make sure that you get the best score and you learn. And secondly, in India we are like most of the time dependent on what the professor teaches us and on the different resources. But over here they ask us to do more self-study. So if we need to have a practice of making sure that we study every day, or rather at least we keep up with what's going on, because at the end I found that it was very difficult to get all the things together, then learn it, and then also prepare for the exams. And thing is, like in my university the exam papers were like it was like I need to write many answers of multiple lines, like quite big answers. But here you might get just 2 lines, and thing is you need to get to the point. So you describe something like 15 marks question, you have 10 different questions inside it and just one line. So either you get it completely right or it's wrong. So practice is what I would say is much needed. Here they don't teach you that you need to learn MATLAB or something. They might just give a question, there will be a solution of MATLAB.
Like in finite element methods,
in finite element methods, in control system theory. So thing is, you need to know that what's there in that program. You need to learn, not learn, but like you need to know that how to solve it. Because what might come in exam is something that is completely application based on that.
Okay.
They basically expect you to know things rather than, they won't teach you, okay, do this and this and this. Rather they'll tell, okay, in MATLAB you do this and you'll get this. So but do this and get this is like a huge thing. So unless you really know things, you won't get it at the right time.
Okay.
By the time you realize it's when you get your result and it might be not up to the mark that we might have expected. So
I remember like for the midterms as well, like
Yeah.
we spent a lot of maybe a day or two in figuring out one thing, and it was ultimately a 15-minute thing maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
So like, and yeah, maybe if someone comes and gives the first midterm, it might be horrible.
Okay.
It'll be
But
it'll
that
be a
doesn't
lot
mean
of
that you are like demotivated and you
Yeah.
feel that it's a right choice or not. But it's just that it's completely different method of the way they take exams, and so we might need some time to get adjusted in that.
That's really nice of you to say it, because so many of us, even I myself, I was like really thinking about like, what am I doing wrong? Like, is it just too difficult for me or something? But I guess like, guys, it will take some time for you to just come here, adjust to the study procedure and what they actually expect from you.
Yeah, I'd like to add a point.
Yeah.
Like here, the thing is like, if you take X number of subjects, you don't have to write all the exams.
Yes.
So
Right.
the exams and the studies are totally decoupled.
Mhm.
So basically, consider that I went to five courses basically in this semester.
Mhm.
I can choose to write 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 exams at the end.
Mhm.
So we usually have in TUHH we have time until like 3
2
days,
days.
2
Yeah.
days, yeah. So 2 days until the exam to deregister from the course, from the exam basically.
Okay.
So you can do that. So it's not a compulsion that okay you have to write this exam. If you attend the course, you have to write the exam. That's not a thing at all.
Okay.
So it's all up to you. You can decide when to write, when not to write.
And yeah, it's like in India we might feel that to fail in exam is like a bad thing or worst. But in Germany, I feel like even if you fail, then they give you 2 or 3 opportunities to pass in the exam. And I've heard from people saying that it's okay if you fail,
Yeah.
because that gives you another chance to make it better. So sometimes when we get a bad result, then we really feel that it's not right course for us, or maybe we are not that much capable enough. But the thing is, maybe next time we can do it better.
Mm-hmm.
So we should not be too much low on that
Yeah.
after the results.
Yeah, I mean, in TUHH generally you get 3 chances, and after 3 chances you have a mündlich Prüfung, like you will have a viva or an interview with the professor. And like you said, it's really recommended that you take maybe less courses, but you have better grades in them, because once you passed a course, you can't like put a re-evaluation or retake the exam to get the notes better. So rather take some less courses and get some better grades in that. And do you guys already have idea like how long can you stay? Like for example, 2 years is the Regelstudienzeit, na? Like
I think it's 4.
Okay.
I think it's
Yeah,
4
18
years.
months.
Yeah, it's 8 semesters. Yeah, 4
18?
semesters.
I think no.
You means
Yes.
you want to say how long the masters can be done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's 4 years.
4 years.
4 years.
Preferably.
Yeah.
Not sure, but
I think it's
Yeah,
4, but I'm
I
not
think
sure.
so too. Yeah. All right. So something that we Indians are always curious about, the money. How much are your monthly expenses?
I would say my monthly expense comes to around 500 to 600 on a good month maybe. Out of which 300 is the rent for the student Wohnheim. Hamburg is again one of the expensive cities to stay in, so you won't get cheap accommodations either outside or in the student Wohnheims. So I would say 300 is like a pretty average amount for a rent in Hamburg. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So 300 is gone there, and then the 90 euros per month goes as the health insurance.
mandatory health insurance.
Mhm.
As
So
you have mentioned.
Yeah.
and then for me, I pay about 10 euros a month as the SIM, as for my SIM actually.
Mm.
So that's it, and the remaining about what makes to about 600 is covered for my food and other expenses for a month.
Okay, and what would you say is cheaper, to eat in the Mensa or to cook yourself at the student hostel?
If you are a vegetarian like me, I would say it's better to cook at the student hostel,
Okay.
because outside you won't find any options, or rather like very few options for vegetarian food, and like they are not so costly, but they are not enough to fill your stomach.
Yeah.
So at the end you might end up eating a bread for a day, for a 2, for 3, but then it's too much.
And yeah, additionally, like it would be better if people actually see what is in the vegetarian dish, because the other day I saw in the Mensa there was something vegetarian and it had egg in it.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
whether you're an eggetarian or a vegetarian, please make sure what is in the food, because it's clearly mentioned, and there are graphical images also telling that whether it's poultry or beef or pork or
they have these small cartoons, no, like cow and pig.
And a big difference between vegetarian and vegan.
That's true. I remember I never ate so often in Mensa, but I ate once. It was noodles with spinach, and that was shit.
And maybe cheeseburger doesn't only mean it has cheese. It means it might have beef or something that is non-vegetarian. So make sure you confirm it with the person who is selling it to you.
Yeah, that's a good advice too. To wrap it up, I would really ask, how do you feel the environment is in Germany? Do you think it's something you would recommend to other people, or what has it been personally for you?
Well, I find winter to be very harsh personally, but as the time goes, you will be like habituated with that, and especially when it's like springtime over here, and you will find that it's so beautiful that you will be loving this place so much.
Hey,
like is it in love with this place?
Is it just me, or do you guys think so too? Because like in India, I personally feel like the grass is a bit gray and the skies are a bit gray. Like maybe it's because of pollution, I don't really know, but do you guys think like here the colors are more vibrant and the sky is more clear? Or?
Yes, like here you might look at the sky and you might feel, oh, is that a rocket?
Yeah.
But that's something you don't see in India, but over here it's just an aeroplane, but you can just see the trajectory completely.
Yeah.
So it's quite clear. Maybe if you are like coming from a city where it's too much crowded, Mumbai or Delhi, then you might find that there are no people over here. During the winters especially, you might find that it's quite lonely, but it's not like that. People do come out.
But in the sun,
but it has to be a sunny day.
But even then, like people say that Hamburg is the second most populated city, or
second
biggest in Germany. But then even being in the second most populated city in Germany, I don't feel that it's as populated as it's anything like compared to India. It's people are like very calm, and there's not like a lot of commotion happening, be it in the trains or whatnot. There will be space for you in the bus also, even on a like really busy day.
I wouldn't say that. Alina and I, we always come from Osterstrasse. This it's a really it's like the Rajiv Chowk in New Delhi, and Jesus, like I hate to go at 8:30. I mean, I'm a person who has lived in India. Like we all lived in India, and we know the metro systems there and how many people are inside. But I still I'm so happy that you guys had a nice experience.
Mornings are really very rush hour. Like at 7:30 to 8, it's too difficult to get into any bus because everyone is rushing to their work and schools.
Yeah.
But then I would just say that please make sure that you don't feel like lonely over here, though you might come from India, or maybe any other country which might be more crowded than Germany. But then people do come out over here, and just give it some time.
Yeah.
At first you might find it strange.
Okay, and what do you think? Like, how many German friends did you make, or has it been difficult?
I don't think I have any German friend though, but I know German people.
Yeah.
But not that close enough, maybe. Not yet.
I do have one German friend, and he met me at the first day, the orientation day. So I would strongly suggest that you must go to the orientation day, and they might be giving you some flyers of club where they meet. Though you don't drink, though you don't party hard, you must just maybe exchange numbers, and you might find it difficult. You might find it useful someday. And the only friend that I have is the one who takes me to play different games with their fellow German friends. So they are friendly, but yes, you need to approach them. They won't approach you.
Exactly. Well, Lauren and George, don't take it personally, but I find it that German people in general are a bit cold. I mean, they are very helpful. If you have any problem at all, they would do anything that they can to try to help you. They don't need
to be your friend to help you. They can just help you like a stranger also.
Exactly. That's a really good statement right there. But I would say that German people in general are cool. Like, you have to approach them first. But if you have a few German friends, you know, I think that's the best way to get to know the culture better, the city better.
Yeah.
But other than that, if you can't, you know, you have so many international students. You have the student associations. We have here the ISA TUHH, and you can always write to them. And maybe, for example, in these WhatsApp groups, or whenever you're coming from India or any place, and just when you're coming here, just talk to somebody you find interesting, or you know, you just want to talk to. Just say hi and see where the thing goes. Doesn't matter. No. Well, that was really, really great that you guys agreed to join me on the camera. Thanks a lot, Harsh and Sanjay.
No problem.
It's really nice of you. Yeah. Guys, if this video helped you, like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. I will try to keep on making good and more informational videos on the channel. Until the next time, bye.
Bye.